Camping World Truck Series racing on Fox is sponsored by Verizon Wireless. Get the inside track from Penske Racing, race analysis from their drivers, plus highlights and more on VCAS. 40 of 100 laps complete. Kyle Busch has led most of them except for the exchange on pit stops. Todd Bodine, Mike Skinner, Ron Hornaday, and Ricky Carmichael, the top 5.
You know, I believe that this little group right here, the 30 and the 5, and maybe even 88, there's a little draft here. You can do a little draft in here. I believe these 3 guys got hooked up. They've closed the gap a little bit on Rowdy. They've been nipping away at his lead ever so slightly.
Smoke from Terry Cook's truck. He has slipped to 11th spot. NASCAR has black flagged him to the pits for consultation.
They're going to black flag us here to come in and check us, see if we can get a caution here.
And the 48 of Dennis Setzer also on pit road.
Yeah, he's going to hood up on the 48 truck too.
You know, when I watched Mike Skinner in that 5 truck who just drove by Todd Bodine in the 30 for second place, remember this is a team that's owned by Dennis Dollar and wide receiver for the New England Patriots, Randy Moss. This team really had David Dollar, they had a lot to do in a short time to do it. It was about 2.5 to 3 weeks when this was put together with Mike Skinner, and they may have had to make the swap from Chevrolets to Toyotas, so they did a lot of work in a short time getting ready for Daytona.
But again, Larry, just like in the Cup Series, when Bill Davis shut down his operation, that left a lot of equipment, a lot of Toyota trucks, a lot of Toyota engines that were available to some of these other teams, so they were able to spread it around a little bit.
Now here's Taylor Malson. He was involved in the pit road collision earlier under caution, and that bar comes around to, well, let's see what they're doing, trying to create a little fender clearance there on the tire.
He's made some contact, obviously, and that's my favorite tool right there, Larry.
The big sledgehammer?
You got that right. If it ain't big enough, get a bigger one.
Now, Taylor Malmson, that's actually Mike Skinner's teammate. That's a team that's owned by Randy Moss Motorsports as well. But I got to agree with Jeff Hammond as we see Terry Cook still smoking. You can see him give the hand signal like I think he's about to come to pit road. But I agree totally with Jeff Hammond. What happened to Taylor Malmson on pit road a while ago, that's not his fault. We do have caution on the Speedway. It might be something that Terry Cook dropped on the racetrack from that 25 truck.
Yeah, it was getting, the smoke was beginning, it was a little bit at first, but now you can see it's pretty heavy, so it's got to be fluid.
Hey, come on right here, come right here.
So Cook comes to his pit. The 48 of Dennis Setzer pushed to the garage area. And the free pass truck will be the number 88 of Matt Crafton, who had to make an early pit stop under green to remove a plastic bag from the grill.
Raise the hood up,
Yeah, you got to oil it. Look at that right front tire. It's got a lot of oil on the tire itself, so now they got an oil leak on there somewhere.
Now, here's what's interesting about this caution. We've only had 14 laps since that restart back on lap 30. We know for the most part that a lot of teams, other than Chad McCumbee, they only really have one good set of tires left. So this is where we may really start to see some different strategy. I don't think you can pass an opportunity to put fuel in your truck. Never pass that opportunity, but we may not see a lot of tire changing on this particular caution. But this is where Chad McCumbee, Bobby Dotter, it may have worked in their favor because they have that extra set of tires.
That's what I'm thinking. And he fell back to 20th, but he stayed on the lead lap. But he now has an ace in the hole. 4 of them, as a matter of fact.
How about a little Aflac trivia?
Where's the duck? There he
is. Who is the youngest Truck Series winner here at Auto Club Speedway of Southern California?
I don't know on that one.
I don't know, but if Ted Musgrave was here, he'd probably be the oldest.
Well, yeah, but that's not the question.
Well, that's the other end of the spectrum. It was a clue for another question.
The driver on screen is a hint.
No
it
kidding.
is not the answer,
No
but
kidding.
it is a hint. See if pit road's open this time. It is. Let's see who will take advantage of this caution.
Oh, I think
come in and get fuel.
If you've got a fast truck like these guys, some of these guys up front do, you just do the routine. You come in, you get fuel, you come back in, you get tires, and take off again.
Bergie, looks like everybody's coming.
Yeah, and Mike Bliss is just going to come in and put fuel in the truck, or the crew's going to do it. He can't do it. He's driving the thing, but they're going to put fuel in it, no tires. He'll go right back out again, Mike.
And see, by fueling here, this puts you where you still are maybe about 8 to 10, maybe 12 laps short on making it to the end. Matt.
The call for three-time champ Ron Hornaday Jr. Fuel only, a chassis adjustment as well. Hornaday still can't find that feel. To Krista.
And fuel only and a tear-off for the race leader, Kyle Busch. They've got to save their tires.
Now, David Starr got tires on this pit stop. And there are several others that elected to take tires. Brett Thompson, one of those. Well, Matt Crafton will be back on the lead lap when we go back to green.